I know you're probably having some trouble hearing the microphone. Had a little microphone trouble. Welcome to our live, well, a little delay bowling. Maybe you can hear my voice a little bit. So tonight is Lords and Ladies from AMF Kissimmee Lanes. It's a 2016 league. We are currently tied for third, and we're bowling up your average, as you can see on your shirts. Myself is Fred Tour, John Zahn, myself, and Miguel Ventura are the team No One Cares. We're on the right. Up Your Average is on the left. And there's going to be some gaps and things, but we're gonna go through them, and we'll give you the best coverage of this local bowling in Florida as we can. If you're watching, please remember to smash that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, so you can be notified when we drop more videos, and share this video with everyone you know who loves bowling. This is local league bowling with real folks here at AMF Kissimmee Lanes, and we'll let the game watch. Keep your eye on the score. This is a really good match tonight, and we think you like it. No One Cares versus Up Your Average. Enjoy. So we're about 1 minute away from the beginning of the match. This is the last of practice. They're giving us about 40 pins per game in handicap. They're a very good team. Very good team. As you will see as the match takes over here. They're a very good team, strike a lot, and we had our work cut out for us, that's for sure. So we're going to go through the game, enjoy. I'll be back on and off with some commentary, especially toward the end of the games, because they all were very close, and I think you will enjoy it. So here we are, we're ready to get started. And you should be able to hear me a little bit. You'll hear me better than the last game because I got the microphone to work. It was my bad, my mistake. I actually forgot to plug it into the camera for the first, I believe, 2 games. So I apologize for that, but we will proceed.
guys. Thank you. You got like 20 goals up there, bro.
Yes, I got one. All right, go. Good start, Frank. Good start. I didn't know she does that.
Oh, wait a little. I don't usually wait for it a little bit later. Strike five.
Red. That's my second rich rate. I'm not gonna have one tonight. Yeah. Water.
A little bit, at least for Dave, you know, maybe
Hey.
for Dave when it's how it goes.
I know that is.
You know me, I don't get much carries.
All right. Go, stay there.
all of a sudden say, "You ain't doing what I want." That's crazy. Yeah, the first one was to seem like I was doing too much break.
Bowlers, this is going to be the last call for blind doubles, cut the field, Nassau, Super Nassau, and cards up here at the front counter. Also, your strike pot tonight is on lanes 1 and 2. I think we'll be walking around selling tickets. The pot started at $190 because of last week's carryover.
Oh, they give you 44 to play with, right?
39. I missed it by that much. I missed it by so much. I'm like, that was like.
At this point in the match, they're really turning it on. You have Joe and George both working on turkeys, 3 strikes in a row, which is a lot of points once they stop striking and that's added in. Those points are not added in yet, and the score is already, even with them giving us pins, they're up 214 to our, like, excuse me, we're 334 to their 214, but those 6 strikes are not added in yet. John not having a great shot there. John throws a really fast, high revving ball. And the thing with those balls, when you throw it like that, you can come into the pocket at a much greater angle and you can strike a lot, but you also are subject to splits and some other nastiness. So you kind of live by that ball like Jason Belmonte, or die by that ball with the high speed and high revs. I mean, certainly if it hits the pocket, you're more likely to get a strike than a conventional bowler like the kind of shot that I throw or some of these other guys are throwing. But the sharper the angle you go in, sometimes it doesn't work out really well for you. I went open last frame. Trying to get back on the strike train here. And no. Joel picks up his. Joel's going to have a big shot coming up later tonight, we're going to talk about. Throw my spare ball, just a plastic ball, straight at the pins. Keep those spares, trying to keep clean. I mean, if I'm not striking and helping the team, I want to keep clean and make my spares so that we get the mark. Ham bone for George. Ham bone is 4 in a row. So you can see how close the game is right now. So Miguel gets a strike, and that was a very important answer to what George was throwing with 4 in a row. Once you get somebody who gets 5 or 6 strikes in a row, your team you're almost beat right there, right? Because it keeps adding. The strike is 10 points plus the next 2 balls you throw. So every 3 in a row is 30. So right now George has, to give you an idea, he has the front, what we call the front, the first 4 balls or strikes, that's the front 4. He has 30, 60, 70, 80, 30, 60, 80 working in the third. He could have 90 in the third already if he gets another strike. And they keep striking. That's Greg. And he keeps striking. Fred there with a Greek church. Very tough spare to pick up. Joel up on 3. Oh. So Joel really gets a rip off. He got ripped off a lot tonight. Good balls that went down the lane the way they were supposed to, and they just didn't strike for him. But yeah, a lot of balls went down the lane the way they were supposed to, and they did strike for him. Bowling against these guys is very intimidating, I will tell you. You can see, by the strikes, kind of like the bingo they're making with strikes. Kind of across, up and down, doubles, 4 in a row. Yahtzee, a Yahtzee for George, the front 5. Now, again, the danger with the ball that John throws there, these 2 gutters, but he's trying to get out as far as he can right, because it's going to come back left hard with a very steep angle into the pocket, almost directly horizontal. I do apologize. I was talking through this game with my wireless mic, but unfortunately I forgot to plug it in the camera, so we didn't get a chance to hear it. Now that's the way one's supposed to look. One of the few I had tonight that actually went down the lane looking the way it was supposed to. At this point in time, we're halfway through the game. This is the 5th frame. And you can see they are up in strikes and marks. They have a lot more than we do. Miguel doubles. Very important that we start stringing strikes together to counteract George's Yahtzee of 5 in a row. He's got the front 5. So he's got 30, 60, 90, 110 working in the 4th. 110 working in the 4th. Remember, they're only giving us 46 pins. Fred gets an 8 count. Jim picks up a spare. Drop your average. Fred picks up a spare. Very important. Now watch John's ball here. See that sharp left turn? When he buries it in the pocket, though, the pins go crazy. The pins go crazy. Sip of coffee. Look at that, nice controlled, picks up a spare. Very important, like I said, to pick up your spares and stay clean. Very important. Cross. Came in a little high, a little bit too high. Not a good thing. Throw my spare ball right at it. Again, I'm trying to stay clean. If I don't strike, I want to get the spare. We have a mark going into the next frame. Right now, the difference between our teams is only 28 pins. And that's not getting, Joel just gets a strike there, beautiful strike. George is now getting up for 6 in a row. And his strikes have not even been counted yet. Miguel working for 3 in a row. Gets it when he crosses over.
Gobble, gobble.
He gets the turkey. George kind of lost his footing there, but lucky he didn't split. So now his score will fill in. And you'll actually see, you know, how much that was worth. That took them from 300 and something up to 508. Now they are up by 90 pins. Up your average is beating us right now by 90 pins. Miguel has 3 in a row. Right now, that's the only thing keeping us in this game.
Nice one, George.
Fred's now up in the 7th. They're up by 127, but that doesn't include Miguel's 3 in a row. Situation's looking pretty grim for us right now.
There you go.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty grim for us. Look at that strike. Greg's strike. Beautiful. Fred picks up a spare. Now John's up. And Joel's up on 3.
Let it go. I was like, oh, sorry, Kelly.
Joel knocks them all, sets them all back. 10 in the pit. John gets an 8 count. There's a pin behind that double wood, they call it. You have to be very careful going at this. John comes in and gets them both. If you hit them, you hit the front pin too much to the right or to the left, it'll chop, and you'll leave the pin behind it standing. You have to hit it pretty much straight on. George gets back on the strike train after his spare. He's got a 158, 168 working in the 7th. And I leave a split. it couldn't come at a worse time. You know, you throw balls, and I miss that spare. Miguel, now he's going for 4 in a row. And he gets it. Now that's keeping us in the game. That ham bone there. Remember, we're still trying to offset George's 5 in a row that he had. And make some of those pins up, because right now we're in trouble a bit. We're down 104 pins going into the 8th frame. But then it has not counted Miguel's 4 in a row. Fred gets the 9 count. They're over 600 already, and they have 3 individuals, or they have 3 strikes going down the frame in the 7th. They also have Joel has one in the 6th, which is a double. So we're still up by 102. Again, Miguel's hasn't been counted. Jim opens. And you know how important making spares are. Fred picks up his spare, stays clean. They're up by 110. Greg shot. Leaves a nasty split. John in the pocket. Good bunt. Good night. That was a big strike John had right there. Greg working on a strike with a very difficult split. That's the kind of split you only pick up like 3 times in your lifetime. He goes for the count, gets the 2. Joel's working on a double now. Getting up. I'm working on an open frame. Crossover. And I leave a baby split. Understatement to say I'm not really happy right now. I'm not throwing the ball really well. Certainly not as well as the other team is. Joel gets a bad break. Hangs out a little bit too much to the right. It doesn't come back enough. And I miss my spare. Trying to throw it right in between them, trying to throw for the pin that isn't there in the opening to pick that up the correct way. And I missed the shot. Now Joel's getting up. Trying to clean up his 5. He gets 3. Now, so far, 3 of the 4 bowlers on their team have open frames. I opened my frame, but Miguel's still on 4 in a row. Fred spared and John struck, which are marks to our benefit. Almost a Yahtzee for Miguel. But that's okay, because that all of a sudden is going to boost us up a bit. Now we're ahead. Oh, what was it? Excuse me. We're still down by like 71 pins. But now George, who is working on a beautiful game, leaves the worst split you can possibly leave in bowling, 10-7. Or 7-10. That's one that you might pick up once in your lifetime if you're lucky. you have to hit one of the corner pins so hard and bounce it off the back so it comes to the other side of the lane. He gets one. So now, going into the 9th frame, the difference between us is 51 pins, and we have marks. Except for me. I'm the lone guy with an open. Jim strikes, first ball of the 9th. Big strike. Now, is Fred going to answer? Yes, he answers with his own strike. It's very important when you're bowling in the league, you try to keep up with your counterpart on the other team. That's very important. And Greg splits. John, he gets a 9 count. Greg's got a difficult spare to try to make here. John has a much easier time. And again, it's really crucial. The 9th frame is foundation frame, so you want to mark going into the 10th. And you can only get one. Meanwhile, John comes across and picks up his spare. So we're marking, and they're not. And that's a hurt. That's a hurt. They're still up by 60-some pins. Excuse me, 48 pins. 48 pins. They're still up by 48 pins, but they have one strike, and we are up 2 marks on them. As Joel gets up. It's an 8 count. I'm up on lane 4. All I'm thinking is stay clean, stay clean, stay clean. Crossover, and I get lucky. Strike.
Still gotta go 2 points left.
That was for our team. That was an important strike. Joel misses, goes open. And they have good games. I mean, you know, you look Greg 163 in the 9th, Joel 167. They can still strike out and be in the 190s. Miguel comes back with a strike. So we all marked in the 9th. So now, not counting those marks, we are down by almost 60. George throws the last ball for them in the 9th. And he strikes. So they have 2 strikes going into the 10th. We have 3 strikes in a spare. So we have an advantage now. Even though we're still behind, we have a little bit of an advantage. Jim gets 9. Fred gets up. It's 9.
Alright, so we gotta get hit our head in the game. Get our head in the game. Come on, yo, pick my frame.
Fred picks up a spare. Jim only gets a 6 count. Finishes with a 142. Still up by 53. But I'll cut that down by 18. Now we're up by 35. Greg's up on lane 4. His 10th. He gets 7.
Yeah, that one went out and it didn't come back.
John up on lane 3. 10 in the pit. Big strike there, working on a spare. Now the deficit is down to only 15 pins. And remember, at one point we were down by as much as 112. 102 or 112 pins. We were behind. And they're giving us 46. So we lost a lot of ground. We lost like 150 pins. John puts 10 more back in the pit. He gets a spare. He's going to have his fill ball to finish up. He gets 8. And John finishes up with 2 strikes and 9 for a 29 in the 10th. So they have, now it comes up to the third bowlers, which are Joel and I. They have 789. And we have 785. We're down by 4 pins. And I'm working on a strike. Joel gets 9. And that's a big strike. I'm proud of that one. Joel picks up his shot. Now he'll get his fill ball. I get my second shot of the 10th. Now remember, my score hasn't filled in yet. Neither is his. Crossover. Not quite. We got 8. End up with a 160. We'll end up with a 168 here. Joel puts them all back. So right now it's our advantage. I missed the fill shot. Going to spare 168.
Yeah, half step right, half step. Yeah.
We have 831. They have 809. Now we are up 22 pins. Miguel's working on a strike. George is working on a strike. So Miguel just has to do what George does, and we can win by like 20 pins. George strikes. That gives him a double. Remember, there's only 22 pins difference between the two teams right now. We've come all the way back from minus 100 and change. Miguel looking to double. I think it's 8. $831, $809. George's second shot. Goes wide, he only gets 6. Miguel picks up the spare. He's got one more shot. One more fill shot. Now 8:51. Now we are up by 16 pins. George picks up the spare. Gives him an 8:55. Miguel needs 6 or more on this ball for us to win. And he gets 8. 869 to 855. We come all the way back from being 100 points down to win the game.
Okay. Miguel's case doing the 10.
So we win the first game in 2 points. Now we start game 2.
That was. I know that the still game is only going to be a prank because the camera crapped out, but I hope you see enough of it.
Hope you enjoyed that match.
I had a big strike. John had to finish 2 strikes behind and finish 10 for a big finish. It really put us over the top. Barely. I mean, right now we're talking 14 pins. 14 pins. 1 spare. 1 spare. 1 spare. Spares are Yep. His big 4 in a row kind of helped us get the 5 in a row. So that was huge. And then they got some bad breaks with splits and over the country. Because otherwise we were heading down a very bad road. Going into the 6th, 7th grade. Somehow they came back and told us we had one at least 2. And that was a hard fought 2. Hard fought 2.
That was crazy. I didn't know.
I was waiting for it to stand back up.
You can see there with John's ball, that's what I'm talking about. When you come in at that sharp an angle with that kind of speed, you can strike a lot, or this is what can happen. Ooh, Joel gets the tap. John gets 2. George gets back on the strike train with his first ball of the second game. Pretty good pocket hit by Lee the 7. And curve at the spare and pick it up. Can't strike, make sure you spare. Miguel strikes. And we go to frame 2. Jim is out of danger. Gets a break instead of leaving a split. Leaves an easy spare. Fred leaves a ringing 7. Picks up a spare. So enjoy. I'll be back in a little bit with more commentary.
Okay, there's half step. Half step left. And do what you've been doing. Just like that. He does.
Didn't you say, don't make it so? You All right, I gotta do it once. Get out of it.
Okay, like I said previously, I forgot to plug the wireless mic into the camera. So if you hear me talking in the background, I think I'm talking on camera, and I'm not. But you can still hear me as part of ambient sound. I went over my second frame. Miguel's on a double, which makes up for Greg's double. Joe with an 8 count. And John with a 7 count. John goes open. Right now we're up by 25. Leave a 7 pin again. That's hitting the pocket a little light, but usually you get the mix on that. You can usually get the mix and pick that up. And we fell right by it. Probably good that my mic wasn't on for that shot. And George leaves a very difficult split. 7 count split. Very hard to pick up. Miguel working on a double. And he leaves the split. Right now, they're up by 45. And Miguel goes open. Jim gets up, the fourth. Fred working on a strike. Right now he's the only mark our team has. And we're down by 67. So we've lost 100 pins since the beginning of the game to the other team because they were giving us like 40 and we're down 60. That's a total. And Fred doubles. A big double. We needed that. So we were down like 100 pins. We gave them. Jim picks up his spare. John gets the 9 count. Greg puts 10 back in the pit. John picks up the spare. And I got a strike, but of course, Hammer missed it. So we cut to Miguel, who's after me. I remember Greg's turkey. His 3 strikes have not been counted, neither is Fred's 2. Or my 1 or Joel's 1. So it says we're down 47, but we're up 47, but actually it's a lot closer than that. George strikes again. Miguel gets the spare. It's very important you stay clean in a game like this, against a team like this. Any one of these guys could start stringing strikes, and you're in trouble. And right now we're holding on for dear life, kind of. We won the first game by 14 pins. Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble.
Fred gets on a turkey. 3 in a row.
Gobble, gobble.
That offsets Greg's turkey. Very important. We're still down on marks, though. Jim gets another split. John puts 10 back in the pit. And I'm working on the strike that you didn't see. Jim gets 2 on his attempt. Back in the pit. Double trouble. Miguel strikes. All struck that frame. Very important. We're still down by, or we're up by 61 at this point. Jonas 8. Again, they can string strikes. Very good team. But the tide is kind of turning a little bit here. Joe misses spare. Greg had to take care of some business, so they had to skip him for a minute. George gets up, and he strikes and doubles. So now Greg's back, so we're going to let him go before Fred starts our side of the frame of the 6 on that side. Greg splits after going 3 in a row. So now they're plus 22, but we have a lot of strikes that have not been counted yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Greg goes open. Now, the challenge here, as we're going into the 6th frame, is we have an advantage. Right now we have a big advantage. We are plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikes. George has 2, I have 2. We have 5 additional strikes throughout the rest of the team.
First game, Cutterfield was 210. First game, Nassau. First place, Andrew with the 264. Second place, Zach with the 257. Third place, Absalom with the 255. Super Nassau was Andrew
Jim strikes.
64.
Fred's got a bucket left.
First place was Absalom and Justin Ramsey with the 509. Second place was Andrew and Steven with the 506.
Picks up the bucket.
Remember, while there's strike tickets, lanes 1 and 2, this is going to be the last call for strike tickets on lanes 1 and 2.
I guess I should tell Dad so much better. Greg's ball.
Greg leaves one. John gets up. 5 pin. Only like 26 pins, 25 or 26 pins separating us now at this point in the game. Greg picks up a spare. John stays clean. And I'm working on a double. Joel puts 10 back in the pit. And I do likewise. Gobble gobble.
Bowlers, currently the strike pot is at $421.
George strikes. Yeah, up on this, working on a strike. $7-10 split. Miguel shows his displeasure. They hit a little light, but it definitely hit the pocket. That's a pocket split. And there's 40-some pins difference between us. Now, George and I, our turkeys cancel each other out. So we have 2 spares, and they have a strike and a spare. So mark-wise, they're up a little bit. Miguel goes open. Again, that's the most difficult spare in all of bowling. You maybe pick it up once in your life, probably not. And Jim's getting up in the 7th. Fred working on a spare. In the pit. Jim picks up the spare. Greg sets it down left. John comes up. 10 back. Big strike there by from John. And I'm working on a turkey. Greg picks up a spare. We're up by 76 at this point. And my strikes have not been counted yet. Nor have Fred's and John's. Or George's or Joel's on the other side. Thought that one was going to go. Got a little bit too much of a showmanship there. Left the ringing 10. But that was a nice pocket hit. Pick up the spare. Barely. Staying clean. Very important. Joel crosses over for a strike. Starting to open up a lead on them. Although George's strikes have not been counted yet. Miguel crosses over for a strike. All marked that frame. George leaves double with 8. Ooh, Messenger betrays Jim. That was a good hit. Ringing 7-10. George chastising me about chopping that double wood. Unless you hit it straight on. Jim picks up the spare. Now it's Greg. Nine count. Fred's working on a strike as we go into the 8th. Solid 10 in the pit. He doubles. Huge double. I think this is where the camera starts like petering out. So I have to change batteries. I believe I do that right after I shoot my shot here. Maybe. No. That would not be correct. Joel strikes. Now he's got a gobble gobble turkey. So they've cut the deficit down from 100 pins to like 31. John picks up his spare. We still got some work to do here. Ten in the pit. George is up. Leaves a 10. Now Miguel working on a strike. in the pit. He doubles. George picks up a spare. That was a big double from Miguel. We needed that. So now Fred and Jim will start the 9th frame. We're up by 71. But again, Joel's turkey has not been counted yet, nor have their spares. Nor has Miguel's double, or Fred's. Jim gets 9. Fred working on a double in the 9th. And 10 in the pit. The second turkey of the game. Of the match, I should say. In the pit for John. Greg's up. Ten in the pit. Just a little too light, but one board. And I don't get the mix. I leave the 2-pin. Joel's upset because the pin came around and hit it, but it did not go down. And the rake came down and knocked it down. So it's not a strike, and he has to reshoot it. I understand being upset like that because it probably, if the rake had not come down, or came down 3 seconds later, it would have been a strike because that pin was probably on its way falling down. I mean, you don't really know for sure because the rate came down and changed it, but it is what it is.
When John goes, not the ultimate. When John goes, not the ultimate.
Yeah, this is where I went out for a cigarette. A couple drags on a cigarette. I was telling Fred that, you know, when the guy right before me goes, come out and get me, so I don't hold up the game. It's now they're waiting to reset the pin on lane 4. Still waiting for them to reset the pin on 4.
Alright, bowlers, go ahead and get out your green strike tickets. The pot is worth $461. Alright, bowlers, and the winning number is 219-762. 219-762. Looks like it's Mr. Brandt.
Okay, the pin's finally up on 4. Joe picks up his pair. Right now, there's a 7-pin difference between our teams. Again, Fred's turkey on top has not been taken into account. Or Miguel's double. Miguel's going to be up here in a second. But there's a skirting in the back of lane 4. The attendant was still handling that and working on it. So you really can't bowl. That would be too dangerous. Miguel crosses over and gets a strike, and that's his gobble gobble. Turkey. You can hear me talking in the background.
Stay behind it. There go.
Now, George is up. And he puts 10 back in the pit. Now, you might look at the scores, and yes, we are up by a lot of marks at this point. We're up by a lot of strikes. But, remember, you throw 3 balls in the 10th. 3 times 4, you could have as many as 12. Your team can have 12 strikes in the 10th. Alone. So this deal is nowhere close to being sealed. Takes his shot. 10, first one, 10 in the pit. Fred working on a turkey. Ten in the pit, ham bone. Jim leaves the 7.
One more.
Yahtzee. Fred's got 5 in a row.
Bowler, so Graham got himself a 7 count for $35. So one more ticket. This one will be worth $426. And the winning number is 220157. 220157.
And Joel's got the strike pot ticket worth $400. If he gets a strike, like Fred just did there, finish out with a 6-pack, $255. That's one of the high games tonight in the league, by the way. So now Joel, if he gets a strike when he's up, he's $400 richer. Otherwise, he gets $5 for every pin he knocks down. So if you knock down 9, you get 45. But right now it's like $425. And Greg strikes. John has to reshoot because it was not a pin. There were some pins missing there. Meanwhile, Greg gets them all to go down. On a second shot.
That's Joel, man. Every time he do that. We got to pick that to him, and he gets before him, he still gets it. I took twice.
Say 90% lucky, 10%
So here we are. John's going to try to pick up his split. And Joel is getting ready to shoot for 400 and change. This shot right here for $420 some odd dollars. If he strikes. And there it is. Congratulations, Joel. $420 some dollars in the strike pot. So now I'm working on a spare. You know, with all the celebration, there still is a game going on here. We have an advantage in strikes and things, but right now the difference is 4 pins. And Joel is still going. And we're down by 4. 10th frame. And Joel splits. I don't think he minded too much. His shot before that was worth $400. Now I need a decent shot here. 5 pin. Easy spare, and one you certainly don't want to miss. Nice try. Picked up the 5.
Next week we will start back at 0. If you want to get out your blue 50/50 tickets.
Now George is up for the 10th frame for his guys for up your average.
4-7.
Remember, we won the first game, and we're going into the second game with a turkey advantage, well, 2-strike advantage. That's my last ball here.
The message here, my grandson Matthew picked them and they were shuffled between draws. So the next number for the voucher is 147.
You get 8. Good time to split like that is on the fill shot. 190. We'll take it.
5-7. Mr. Fred Tor, he won both of them the first night he bowled with us.
And Fred, so our pair of lanes got the strike pot winner and the 50-50 winner. So congratulations to Fred and Joel. Now Miguel working on his turkey. Ham bone. And that pretty much puts the nail in the coffin. Because all of Miguel's strikes have not been counted yet. And we're only down by 6. Yahtzee. Like there's an echo, right? And his last ball. He gets an 8.
Nice finish, Miguel.
That takes us to 972. They're on like 860. And they're down 112. Because of Miguel. So no matter what George does on this ball, he strikes. We still win that game by 92. So we win game 1 and game 2. With game 3 coming up. So far we're guaranteed 4 points. 4 out of 8 points right now. And we're leading in total wood, which is 2. So right now, if we can keep our lead, we're looking at winning 6 points tonight. But we have another game to go. Coming up here very shortly. Gotta write the scores down now first. And that's me, that's why I was taking. So again, make sure you if you're enjoying this, make sure you turn around and hit the like button, smash the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with everyone you know who likes bowling. Share it with them, and that'll really help us out. There's also some links in the description if you want to help us continue to bring you this coverage. You can support us on Patreon, on Anchor FM, or just tip us through PayPal. To PayPal me. It's all there for Charcoal Media. And localbowler.com. We're bringing this to you. And we will have more next week's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Monday, the Adult Sports Shot. We'll bring you that. Action from that with the funky oil patterns. Tuesday is the Mixed Invitational Trios, 4 games. And, of course, Thursday night right here with the Lords and Ladies. So we start game 3. Fed with a 9 count. Jim with an 8. And Fred goes open. Greg splits. John goes off the edge. Again, with the kind of ball he's throwing, when you get that close to the edge with the oil, it's either going to come back hard, it's going to come back really hard and strike, or
Bowler's second game to cut the field was 221. 221. Second game, Nassau. First place was Morgan with the 295.
leaves 7,
Second place was Dave with the 271.
or leaves 3. Gets that.
Third place was Jorge with the 246. Your Super Nassau winner was Dave with the 271. Correction. So third place was Joe Benitez with a 259.
Set it down too far left there.
Line doubles, first place was Morgan and Andrew with the 518. Second place was Danny and Reeves with the
Joel strikes.
Thanks, Morgan. Hey, anytime.
And he totally throws by that. That was a horrible shot on my part. You want to go for the center pin and touch them all. The ball should touch all 3 pins to make sure you pick up that spare. Now George is up. After Joel's strike, George gets 7. Miguel gets 9. And all the other 3 of us on the team were open this game, open this frame. The first frame of the 3rd game. George picks up the spare.
Where you would normally stand, go half step left.
Miguel picks up his spare, is the only member on the team to mark. Now Fed will kick off the 2nd frame. And Fred opens up with a strike. Jim. It's 9. John gets it out and 10 in the pit. So 2 strikes for Fred and John. I'm up next. In the pit. Greg sends it down. 10 in the pit. Miguel working on a spare. And Joel is a ringing 10.
Remember that break at the end now.
Joel misses a spare. Y'all wants to pick this up, so keep us clean. George leaves the split. Jim starts off the third. 10 in the pit. Fred's working on a strike. Hope you're enjoying this match. Really good match. Fred doubles. Greg sends it down. Greg doubles. So he gets 9. John sends it down. And he gets 9. George kind of still had the ball stuck in his hand. That's pretty infuriating when that happens. Ten to pit. I double. Now right now, the marks are about even. In the game, the difference is 2 pins in this game.
Okay, we're back.
Got the free ball, Tony. Working hard for the free ball. Make it count.
Jim's up. Start the 4th. Now, I will tell you this. It wasn't until about now that I started to figure out that the camera or the microphone was not working.
Don't hurt it, Fred.
The poker player, I lied. That was the rough at the end.
I'm trying to get the microphone plugged in.
Okay. Should be totally back now. Sound and everything. Should be totally back now. The important thing here is to stay clean. Let's go very close game. Very close game. One board over. You're just missing by one board. Fine there. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. One. Okay, how many should I have? 2 more cards. 2 cards more. 1.
You ever had a reverse Nassau?
Miguel strikes. So this is because of the way scoring works in bowling. So spares like a half a mark and strikes like a whole mark. So right now they're about even in marks. Now you can go off the sheet, Fred.
I lied before. I'm the poker player.
So at least I have tomorrow off. I can sleep. I'll be up all night putting this together. Yes. And getting it out so everybody can, all you guys can see this fantastic local bowling. Okay, Kissimmee Lanes. Brought to you by localbowler.com.
See that? All back. Nothing that feels good.
We got 2 doubles working now.
Yeah, it was Fred. So both our lanes won the strike pot and the 50-50 tonight. Fred won the 50-50s, and Joel won the strike pot. Both of them. He won the money and the voucher. That was dirty.
That was dirty.
That was dirty.
Go get him up, boy.
That's my dirty girl. George's on a gobble gobble. Tight game. Tight game. Ooh. This is a good ball. Bad break from Miguel. We go into the 7th frame. Last time it kind of cut out before the 10th, so we're gonna try to get it to the 8th or 9th frame before we change. Ooh. That gets count. Got 98. As long as we keep this one tight, we got at least 6 tonight. As long as we can keep this one tight. Go off the sheet. It's important. I am in the cut of the field. The last game, so. Ooh. I move left in everything.
ahead. Yes!
You picked it up.
And I did it the right way. We take our victories in leagues where we can get them. You pick up a difficult split the right way. That was important. And that was important. Especially George on. He's got what, another hand bone? He splits. A baby split, easy makeable. After a turkey. That's just important for us to stay clean. Ooh. Very close. He did it the right way. All right, so going into the last 3 frames. So here's where we'll bring. It's all good. It's a good thing I did. 16 minutes is all you get. 17 minutes with a higher frame rate, I guess. It was 29 before, now it's 16. I don't know why. But hopefully, we got enough now to bring you to the end of the game. As Fred gets up in the 8th. Very close game. Very close. And he strikes. Jim gets an 8 count. If I take it off the sheet, I could get a 233. If I can take it off the sheet. Jim picks up the spare. Very, very close here. Very, very close. Very, very close. Nice pickup, John. That's so close for you guys. Every mark. Every mark.
Seen nothing yet.
Couldn't get a tap on the 10. We gotta get signed. George gets signed. Got 2 frames to go. Kel picks up the spare.
I hit 2 on that one.
It's a big pickup. Jim gets the strike. Going into the 9th. Fred's working on a strike.
I did go 5 or 6 on 10 picks tonight.
These are 2 vital frames. Greg strikes. Makes it look easy. Fred sets up and doubles. Now Joel. Nice shot, Fred. Wow. Nice pickup. I got a 6, so I got a straight. Probably not good enough, but it's a straight. What is it? Ooh. Almost ready for the last frame here. Miguel picks up the spare. Stays clean. Last frame, Fred. This is it. Down and dirty. We have a mark sheet. But again, 10th frame. You can put 3 in a row together like that, working on a strike. That's like 4 in a row. That can stop the rest of the other teams dead in their tracks. Still have to have a strong 10th frame here from everybody. Yeah. Gobble, gobble, Fred. Gobble, gobble. That was a big turkey. Big turkey. You can get this strike right here. Next two. That's okay. It'll be a big plus bonus. Strikes out for 204. That's got 204. Jim's got a 202. Greg's got 6. John steps up. Both working on a strike. Two more, John. Greg picks his up. Way to do. It's fine. Good pickup. Good pickup. Joel's up. One more, Joel. That was there. Oh, the bowling guys decided no. Nice finish. Ooh.
Oh, what happened to that? That ain't the guy that...
I screwed up. That's what happened. That was a good game. 200 even. John 172. 166. Controls 182. Miguel's got it.
Thank you. Second place cut of the field. Second place cut of the field.
Every game and I can't How much you get for second place cut the field?
23.
Where did you shoot your first game? Handicap.
My first game with handicap
Yeah.
was like, what the hell is it? 168 and 49, 217.
Yeah, we got 8. 212. You gotta do that about 2 or 3 more weeks in a row.
Yep. All right, so what we got?
So we win all 8, and the standings came out a little later, about 11:30 or so at night, and we ended up, we're in a 3 or 4 way tie for second place in the league. And again, it's 26 teams, and we're only 2 points out of first. 7 weeks to go. Hope you enjoyed the bowling. We'll keep going every week. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Monday is the adult sports shot. Tuesday is the mixed invitational trios, and Thursday is the lords and ladies. So stay tuned, localbowler.com, check out our website, and check us out on YouTube, Facebook. Facebook, the page is Local Bowler. Like us, smash that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll let you know when more videos drop. Until next time, enjoy local bowling. Get out and bowl. It's fun.